Hey YouTube, how are you? Hey YouTube, how you doing? I swear to God, like, dude, I need to figure out something else to say. Anyway, if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. My videos or my channel is was made to empower women or men whoever is going through addiction or mental health or child protective services. Excuse me, family. Getting sober, staying sober through hard times and difficult times through the pandemic. I've been sober going on 16 months now. And no matter what goes on every day, I feel so powerful to still be sober, especially during difficult times. Because I know one thing for sure. If I pick up a drink, I would not be this person. Um, I will lose all control of what I have control of. Um, so it makes me feel really good to know that no matter what's going on in my life, my kid's life, I'm sober. And as long as I'm sober, I'm fighting. For you guys that don't know, my kids were sick due to my drugs, alcohol, and selfishness. And I know some people say, why should you always say selfishness? I say that because I learned in treatment. I used to always say I was drunk. I don't know. I didn't mean to. No, because before you picked up that drink, before I picked up that drink, I knew it was a possibility that I would argue, fight, leave my kids and go drink, don't come back for days, leave them with their dad, and he has to handle all three babies by himself. I want to come home and argue because I'm guilty for being gone all the time, and I'm mad because he did this with Emily and did that with Ethan or Ellie, and if you were here, you could have did your own shit with your kids. So it was selfish of me to pick up a drink knowing all that could take place. That's why I say due to drugs, alcohol, and my selfishness. It was very selfish to pick up that drink. Yeah. I had good intentions, but man, sometimes you see the thing was I didn't know how to handle my feelings and emotions. I had a lot of resentments. I was a messed up person. I was just it's just crazy how ugh I drink it the sky was blue. What's my triggers was everything. If I put on a new wig, I'm gone. If I put on some lashes, I was gone. My mama, my triggers was everything. My triggers was it's just so crazy. It was crazy. But now that I know my triggers and I know myself, I can't say I've been triggered to drink, but like early on. But I know what to do and I know what it will do. But anyway, I'm gonna set my phone right here. Anyway, I want to bring y'all up to date real quick, up to speed. Oh my God, y'all. I'm not even about to, I don't even want to, I'm just feeling kind of crappy today. I wanted to go to church, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I want to go to church, but it's like, I don't want to be seen at church without my kids because we were going to church every Sunday and I don't want anybody asking me shit because I'm just so outdone with it. But I'll tell y'all that I had a staffing over the phone because my kids were on their way home and everything was going perfect. But we had a staffing over the phone. And I had a chance to get out how I was feeling and what I was thinking. And usually when I'm on the phone, everybody talking about your kids and what happened and what y'all doing, and you can't really say nothing or you don't want to say nothing. But man, when I tell y'all, when we had that staffing, it felt so good to get things out of me and to let them understand who I am and how I feel about things. How y'all look at things and how I feel about things and how I see things, how much I care and love about my kids. It was said that my son was having nightmares because of what happened with his dad. So my son, see where they attack me is because my son, he always acts a little bit crazy when he has to go, because they're in foster care. So when we have our visits or whatever, and that he got to leave or it's time to go, most times my son would throw a fit. He'd run up the street, jump out the car, all kinds of craziness. If you don't catch that baby, and then sometimes he'll laugh because he know what he doing. But this in particular day, he was trying to go from seat to seat. He sits way back there. They opened the truck to let him out. So I guess his dad took his seatbelt off to get him, but it was still stuck. And Ethan pulling, he pulling, whatever. Ethan got a little bruise on him. I never seen it, never saw pictures or anything like that. They said it was there. So they took the kids' visits. And the thing is, they had said something. Okay, so first of all, let me get this clear. They said I didn't say nothing about it. If I don't feel there was something to say something about, then how could you blame me for not saying something about it? We handle Ethan every visit, however we handle Ethan, and then it goes away. I mean, it's like, okay, you good now? You good? Okay. If I felt like somebody was trying to hurt my kid, I don't give a fuck if it was their daddy, me, mama, auntie, whatever. I'm going to say something. And what they fail to understand is they wanted to place the kids in dad's house. If I feel like you're going to neglect my kids or be mean to my kids or even if you talk to my kids too hard, I'm going to let the worker know that he probably need a little bit more help to deal with these babies, because you got to deal with these babies, and these babies are coming out of foster care, different people, different attitudes, different homes, different ways of living. So I would have told myself, but I didn't feel like the dad did anything to hurt him. He wasn't aggressive with him. He was telling him to calm down, and this is what the dad do. You know what I'm saying? So they said I didn't say nothing about it. Then they said that I told my son not to say nothing. Okay, first of all, say something about what? Because like I said, I didn't feel anything was wrong. I took my son in the house. I changed his clothes. I didn't see nothing on him. He didn't say anything was hurting. He said he was mad at his daddy. He said he didn't want to go because he wanted to play the game. My thing is, it's very important to take care of your mental health. When I didn't share what I was thinking and feeling and what was going on with me, I drank about it. If I tell my son not to share what he feeling and thinking, that anger is going to build up until he grow into a man, and he's going to wind up in jail or killing somebody or beating on his girlfriend or something, or he's going to be unhealthy. He's not going to be able to enjoy life. So I would never tell my son not to say if someone's hurting you, or if you think somebody hurting you. If you think somebody did you wrong because they took your juice, nigga, you better say something about that. I didn't mean to say nigga, but you better say something about that, because your feelings are important. You got to deal with your feelings in here, and if you don't know how to deal with them, then they can mess you up. So when they said I told my son not to say nothing, first of all, say something about what? My son always jumping out the car acting crazy. I would never tell my son that. I'm in therapy, y'all. But anyway, this is what I was able to tell them. I'm in therapy. So I know how important it is to share what you feel and thinking. So they took my home visit away, and I didn't even argue about that over the phone. I just wanted to let them hear another way. They're saying that y'all got to do something to show them change. And it's like, I get that. But how can we show them change on a consistent basis if the sun don't shine right, y'all taking their visits away? So not only are y'all delaying progress, y'all adding to. I said y'all taking visits away, but y'all doing the same thing that we did to the kids, emotional abuse. We can't, him and his dad could have talked through that. They could have woke up the next morning and built through it. But no, they took him away again. They took the visits away again. So now my son is still sitting there with that, confused about why he can't go home. He don't think anything was wrong, but it's crazy. And then they said the nightmares. My thing is, they said my son had a nightmare because of what happened with him and his dad. First of all, my son ain't about to have no nightmare because his daddy got him out the car and he was acting crazy. That's the case. He will always have nightmares. But I'm not minimizing the issues that my baby have. And there's a lot of work to do with all of them. All of us needs to go to family counseling, because there's some things I want my kids to feel safe to say in front of us. They might feel like I don't want to say it. I don't want to hurt my mom's feelings. Say what you need to say, baby. Because I'm in therapy and I know how to handle it, and I want to know how to handle you. I want to know where you're coming from, because you're my baby and you live with me. So if I see your face looking like something, I know what's wrong with you, how you feeling, what you going through, and I want my son to be able, and my girls to be able to talk to me, and that's important to me. My kids have a voice. Always let my kids share with say what you thinking, say what you feeling. They can express themselves. Some people say you let your kids just get away with too much. No, I don't let my kids be little people, because they're going to grow up to adults. And if they feel like they can't say certain things, it's just how you say it. But anyway, they said my son had a nightmare because of, it was the nightmares. And since that had happened, he had nightmares. And I said, do y'all think it's possible to just look at this in another way? That y'all let my son come home for home visits and overnights. Now he's in his home. Now granted, he remembers what happened here, but now he's getting comfortable being home. He's chilling. He in his own room. He's getting comfortable. And out the blue, y'all snatch it away again. So yeah, he's probably having nightmares, because when he connects the house, chilling, and being taken away again, it triggered why he was taken away. Because y'all didn't let him stay longer enough to see a difference. So man, it was powerful though. I felt like I got a chance to say a lot of things, and At the end of the day, they let us have our home visits back, but it's for 2 hours a week. And with a lady who's going to come in and, watch how we parent. And I think that's amazing, especially for dad. I mean, I ain't perfect, but I just believe in letting my kids be. I'm going to tell them when they wrong, tell them when they right, give them advice, keep them fed, clothed, spiritually fed, kick it, shop. But I'm their dad. He got a way of seeing certain things sometimes. And it ain't always about how you see things. You got to step back and see how somebody else see things. And that's what one thing with the social workers. For a minute, all they had was black and white paper. Oh, this been going on this date. That was going on this date. And now this going on this date. But they found my YouTube videos. So what I feel about that is, you might say, they might pick and pinpoint the most negative kind of thing they can possibly find. Like, oh, mom and dad's been together. Mom was in a visit with the kids. Okay. But what y'all found was a look into how I live my life every day on a regular, consistent basis. What y'all found was a positive, strong, powerful, positive, amazing person who was on crack and drinking. So today, y'all seen how I live from the first time I posted a video a year and a half ago to this day. What y'all should see is the strength and the power instead of trying to use anything against us. And what I don't get is my kid's lawyer. It's like he say whatever they tell him to say, and he try to back it up whatever he can find. He's never on the staffing with us. I don't think he's even been out to see my kids. He's my kid's lawyer. He can fight for them more than he do. And if he got to know them and went to go see him like he's supposed to and things like that, then he would know. But they found my video, so what y'all should see is a couple that was going through hell that has grown from the case plan that y'all gave us. Thank you. The case plan is to show growth, to help you in areas you need help with. So we got that help, and we be around each other, and often we're not in a relationship, but I love him. He's a great man. And as long as I put down that drinking and he got his little stuff under control and he ain't got to deal with so much thrown at him, everything's good. But lost my train of thought. But yeah, so it was good. But they're going to have, and I agreed. So it's like a second extension because on the 25th or whatever, they were supposed to be trying to grant rejudication. I mean, the kids come home and stay. But God does everything for a reason. Maybe dad needs to sit down with Ethan and the lady, and she can tell Rick how to look at things. Because when I tell him, I think I know everything. But I know what I know because I went through treatment. And when I went through treatment, I didn't just go to sit pretty. Like, hey, I just want to be here. No, nigga, I was in it. Like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's why that happened. I'm not in denial. I don't minimize. I have acceptance, and that's some things he don't have sometimes. And it's hard for him to look at stuff in other ways. So I think it's good for him. He's talking to his therapist a lot more though about how he feels. Stop talking about everybody else and talk about you. And when you talk about you, she can pull that out and help you deal with you. So that's what we talk about. We do this little anger management stuff together, scenarios and situations, and it's powerful. He'll call me like, you know what I found out today? He'll relate to a story that he read, like, that was me. Like, now you getting it, buddy. So now that you getting it, God gonna see fit to send our kids home because there was more work for you to be done. So he can know how to deal with my babies. But it was powerful. And I think that I actually got them to look at things a different way. At least they heard me. I found out that my babies, my daughters, oh, y'all was about to die. I was literally about to throw up every day because they moved my girls quite a few times. This was another thing. You guys, I told them, y'all are adding or making more stress and putting my daughters at risk. I said, if y'all have my kids' best interest in heart, y'all need to have it 1,000,000% all the way around the board. Can't just say, oh, dad went to see mom walked in, take their visits. When y'all do that, they getting used to us. They have a bond with us. They have structure. They were getting used to doing things. But while them doing that, they got my kids moved again. So my kids was moved twice already. Then they went to respite, which makes 3. Then they went from there to another lady house. But praise God, the lady who had them the first time is the lady has them now. And she's a friend of Audrey's, who was Ethan's godmother. And they will get to see each other a lot. And Dolores is a great lady. So that was like, for me, that was great for me to feel that from God. Because even though I can't see my kids, this situation right here was not for me, it was for their dad. If you feel what I'm saying, like he needed to work on some more stuff. But I'm like, y'all moving these little girls around. They could be beaten, raped, separated, all that. Y'all not looking at that. Y'all not looking at that. Y'all need to look at that. That's crazy. That's super fucking sad. How y'all snatching from their mama and their daddy for like the 3rd time. Because the first time they brought, I brought Emily a cake. They said I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to go in the house because of COVID, and they wanted dad to do what he needed to do. And on the video of that Emily's birthday party, I said months ago in this car, I'm not going to go in that house because I don't want Ethan to feel like he has to worry about if they ask him, was your mom in there? Did she touch you? Did she hug you? I said in that video, I don't want to put my son through that kind of stress. He already going through enough. I don't want him to have to lie. I'm just going to sing happy birthday, hand her dad a cake, and pull off. They found out about that and took my kid's visit for 3 months. They don't, I swear, because I made them give dad his home visits one day. I called the lady's supervisor on her. No, but anyway, everything's working out to the better good. I can tell you now that I'm relieved. I can sleep now. I mean, my girls aren't here, but I know they're being taken care of. This process is about to start with Ethan. I'm doing my, I'm in training now online. I decided to take parenting classes and a domestic violence class because it was said something about it. But they said I was cool with that. But I decided to do it. I mean, what is it going to hurt? I can probably help somebody else understand something, get some information. Don't worry about my cigarette. I'm not dancing. Ooh, I couldn't stand that shit, boy. Ooh. I'm too much. I can't deal with people. I ain't really like dancing anyway. I just thought I would have to get a lawyer for my kid's dad. I had to have money for certain things. I had to try to save it for a house, and all the jobs I had to apply for and working with my sister was going under the table. Which, I mean, it was just going under. It was going under. So I was able to start my training and I get paid for it. So fuck that club. My goddamn booty out, risking COVID. And can't get no money. Plus, I ain't feel right, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want my daughters even getting a whiff of a shaking their booty. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I'm happy I'm over with that. But I wasn't triggered. I helped a lot of girls in there. Actually, I have 3 girls call me now and talk to me about how they feel about drinking. And I believe that God will put you in the dungeon where you start at to help another girl not go through what you went through with the club and drinking and money and drugs. And 3 girls call me now and they'll ask me, you going to a meeting? What's that Zoom meeting again? It's beautiful. So I helped somebody, so I guess I was there to help, and now I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry.